Welcome, everyone, to your wildest fantasy, your wildest dreams. Wouldn't it be great if you could be here on the Movie Club set?
This episode of Movie Club could be anything you want it to be.
Yeah.
You could be anything you want listening to it.
What if you went to the set, but you actually weren't? You were still in the comfort of your own home.
And not only that, but you were rich.
What if?
They should make a show called What If.
These are all possibilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
We can sell you memories wholesale. Well, that's actually the name of a Philip K. Dick story that they based. It turned into a movie called Total Recall. Did you know that was the name of the story?
No.
I think it was that. I don't have it in front of me. But is it called like we'll sell you memories wholesale? I think that's what it's called.
Well,
isn't it funny? It's always funny whenever there's a Philip K. Dick novel or that they turn into a movie. You can always count on the title of the original thing being funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that became Total Recall. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep became Blade Runner. Was Minority Report something? Does anybody know? We are actually.
Oh, yeah, we should say.
This is a special episode we're recording live.
Yes.
There are people watching.
Usually that's not the case, but we do have a chat for the we've done it once or twice, so it's very rare. But we are doing Movie Club live.
Yes. Oh, by the way, it was We Can Remember It For You Wholesale. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That was the Total Recall.
So this movie came out in 1990. I had never seen it. Let me tell you what I knew about Total Recall.
Okay.
3 boobs.
That's all
what
anyone
I knew.
talks about.
That's all I knew.
Yeah.
From this movie was that. I knew nothing else.
As a kid, that's all I heard was, oh, dude, this girl has 3 boobs in it. Yeah. Yeah.
Not enough hands.
Every kid in grade school was just like, I hope you saw Total Recall. She had 3. 3 boobs.
That is such a elementary school thing to say.
Never heard about the plot. I was just like, I always heard the effects were cool, and a girl had 3 boobs, which all of those go together. The effects are good, and a person looks like they have 3 boobs. But I never knew anything about it. I saw this for the first time only really a handful of years ago.
Oh, really?
So I guess I saw it before you, but I didn't see it as like a kid or anything. I went through a phase a handful of years ago where I was like, I have seen so few Arnold movies. I'm going to watch them all. I'm going to watch all the big ones. You know what I mean?
Did you watch what? Really?
I watched this, Commando. I had never seen the Terminator movies, so I watched those. I watched Running Man, and I loved all of them except, but I hit Running Man and I got tired of it.
Oh, Garrett just came
so
in
much.
on set and dropped off a whole bag of food for us. Thank you, Garrett.
Thank you so much, Garrett.
We got some burritos and tacos, and when we're done with this, so we're going to wrap this one up. Thanks for watching, everyone. How many shakers are you giving this?
Yeah, he didn't remember. He remembered. 10. No, but anyway.
Yeah.
I watched all of them and had, ranked them a certain way. I don't know if I should reveal what I liked the most yet, but this
what did you like the least?
Running Man. I just got tired of.
I didn't see that.
Running Man is like everyone competes on a TV show to survive. I was just like, all right.
Did you watch Eraser? Because that was the one Arnold movie I watched all the time as a kid, but no one else has seen that movie.
Yeah, no, I don't think I did.
With Vivica A. Fox?
Yeah, I don't think I did.
I loved it.
Is Tom Arnold in that? No, he's in, that's True Lies.
True Lies.
Okay, yeah.
Which I also saw. I was scared shitless of Last Action Hero as a kid.
Oh,
that
yeah,
scared me so bad.
I saw pieces of it on TV all the time. I just watched that all the way through for the first time maybe 3 months ago.
Really?
Yes, because that was another one of those, like, it's Black Friday and it was 4K Blu-ray of it for like $5 or something like that. Yeah. So I just did it. It was like a steelbook version of it, and I'm like, whatever. And it was okay. There are things
it's stupid.
If I saw it as a kid, I might have liked it more, but it was all right.
I was too scared. I didn't like it as a kid. I didn't like it. Well, this one, I, again, didn't really even know what it was all about, to be honest with you. I'm glad Rocco picked it for this. I had just watched it on the airplane.
Yes.
coming home from the tour. I don't know what it is. Kevin says he refuses to watch a movie he's never seen on an airplane. I think I get that logic.
I wouldn't do it for you. You do go too extreme.
I
in
go
my opinion.
hard.
Shawn will watch check it out. I watched Dune. I watched Tenet, and I'm like, damn.
I've seen both those on the plane. Yeah.
I would not watch those on a plane.
Yeah.
So I ain't doing it for that. But on the plane, I watched 80 for Brady.
That's a good
that's one where it's like, yeah, show me that. Fine.
Yeah, I watched. I honestly try to get comedies. Like 80s comedies is what I go for, but it's not always an option. But there was I watched Stripes for the first time.
Yeah.
Meatballs for the first time. I really do. I think honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if I watched Oppenheimer on the plane for the first time. That seems like something I would do.
Oh,
it seems like something I would do. It does.
Well, anyway.
I chose this because I hadn't seen it, and I love watching things from the 80s I've never seen before on a plane. Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah.
So, so I'm excited to talk about it because I have some questions. I don't really know about the making of it, really. I'm assuming it's a hit because I've always heard about it.
Yes,
but,
it was a hit.
Oh, shit, yeah. Budget was $48 to $80 million. It made $261 million. Yeah. Dang.
What I thought was cool about this, and I knew that it was really known for the effects and how people were going gonzo over the how good the effects were. But what I didn't quite appreciate until I saw it was how this really was the last bastion of the old school ways. This was kind of the last final blowout of the old school filmmaking. You know what I mean? When it comes to what am I trying to say? When it comes to it's all made physically. It's all there are some uses of computer shit in here, but we're not in the digital age of the film yet. You know what I mean? Where whoa, computers just took center stage. They're here augmenting certain things, but it wasn't there yet. I would say think it's pretty safe to say it was Terminator 2 that took wait, there's a liquid metal guy. How is that possible? And it was you know what I mean? Computer was center stage, and that was the beginning of the end for the physical whatever. And then Jurassic Park just slam dunked it home.
Right. I feel with this movie, a lot of it, they filmed it today, which I guess they did kind of recently.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen that one. Have you seen that one? The Colin Farrell one?
Shawn, I'm glad you asked.
Uh-oh.
Because listen, I care about our fellow patrons, our supporters. And so when the selection was made, Total Recall, not only did I see the original Total Recall, they were playing it just the other night at the New Beverly. Let me just actually back up and say,
back it up.
I have fallen in love with seeing movies at the New Beverly Cinema in Los Angeles. I've never had this happen to me. I went there for a couple movies and was like, I fucking love seeing movies here.
Really?
It's Quentin Tarantino's own movie. Well, it wasn't always. It was an old just theater, and they used it for events back in the day too. But the son of the owner of it was kind of, not knowing what to do with it, whatever. Quentin Tarantino bought it and said, we're going to play film. We're playing every movie, 35 millimeter or some, whatever. It's going to be on film. No matter what, if you see a movie here, it's never, ever going to be digital. It's because we have a film reel of
That's cool.
That's the gimmick of the theater. It only on film. That's it. They not only do they care about the movies, but then they'll show trailers before, and it's always curated. Okay, it's Total Recall. Well, get ready for some trailers, and it's always something related to the movie.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Trailers for 3 other Arnold movies. Or when I saw they had a 35 millimeter showing of Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
And then the trailers were other video game movies. So they had the trailer for Mortal Kombat.
Oh, sick.
But what's cool is these two, they didn't get these off YouTube. They locate them on film. They are sometimes shitty 16 millimeter reels of a trailer. 9 times out of 10, they're faded. They practically look all red, but they don't show it unless it is on a film. They get the film for it.
Dang.
And on top of that, they have my favorite popcorn I've ever had in my entire life. They know what the fuck they're doing with that. That popcorn is so fucking good.
Dang.
And it's not like none of that yellow shit. They use some like fucking the whatever butter they use is like already trying heroin for the first time.
Oh,
you eat that popcorn and you go, ooh, that's gonna be a problem. Like,
do they have
I'm gonna be chasing this.
Now it's a commercial for New Beverly. Do they have a screening like every night? Are they always doing something?
Just about every single night.
And it's a random.
And they at the beginning of every month print a calendar. And then they'll email it to you too, but you can actually go walk by the theater and get a printed calendar. And as far as I know, Tarantino is still like usually the one programming it. Yeah, because a lot of it's from his collection. They show Tarantino's stuff every Friday, Saturday night at midnight? Every Friday, Saturday at midnight, they show one of his movies. So he's like, if you want to see one of my movies, they're always in rotation at midnight. So come see.
I can't stay up that late.
I did Hateful Eight, the Roadshow edition with an intermission and everything.
At midnight?
At midnight.
No.
That shit it was like daylight when we got out of it.
No way.
It was fun. But it's fun. And everyone there like cares about it.
Yeah.
And they do, I've diverted from Total Recall, I know. But Shawn, they do one thing that no other theater does that I'm like, slam dunk idea. Why does no other theater do this?
Okay.
I don't like to go to the bathroom during a movie. I do everything I can to not get up and leave during. I can't do it. But some of the movies that play here,
you gotta go.
But some of the movies that play here, I've seen them. Godfather Part 2. Okay, it's 3.5 hours. I've seen this 100 times. I can go to the bathroom, right? What this theater does, they pipe the audio in from the fucking movie.
That's smart.
You're in the theater and it's like, he's meeting with Finucci right now. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, all right, I'm done pissing. You walk back. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You're caught up.
Well, I will say they probably can't do that at most theaters because it's more than one screen.
Fuck it. Every stall, hey, shit in here if you're seeing Barbie. Piss in here if you see an Oppenheimer. That's not that hard.
This is so not what we should be doing on Movie Club. But can you see what's playing tomorrow? Because I'm going to be in LA tomorrow. I've never been to New Beverly before.
Oh, totally.
And I'm looking for something to do. Maybe I'll go see. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I won't. But if it's like,
it killed me though, dude. They played. I've never seen Scarface in a theater.
Yeah.
And they played it as soon as we went on tour. I was like, come on. I love Scarface. Okay.
Tomorrow, what's playing? Let's find out what's playing.
Let's just say you're committed. You're going. Oh, The Conversation.
Oh, we've seen
Francis Ford Coppola classic. Yeah, but you know what? You give it a middling review.
It's sold out.
I'm going to make you see it. Oh.
Those sell out?
They do.
Oh, well.
It's not a big theater. It's really not.
Oh, really?
And even when you see the screen, it's like, that's it. It's not any bigger than this. It's not very big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's old school. But it's all old school tech, small theater, small crowd, and it's fun. It's and because Tarantino's already made his fucking money, he doesn't raise the price on shit. It's still $10 no matter when you go.
Wow.
You get a fucking popcorn, a fucking hot dog, a fucking every candy, whatever, and it's okay, they're $14. It's like that. I got like enough food for an army.
That's sick. I love that shit.
I love that place. So anyway, why were we talking about this? Because
why?
You picked Total Recall. You picked before you even knew.
You picked
they were playing it.
To be fair.
Or no. You brought up that you saw it, and then I picked. I was like, perfect, because I'm going.
That's what happened. Okay. Yes. Okay.
I got tickets to go, and I saw it in 35 millimeter, and on top of that, at home, because no one will screen this shit ever again, I watched the remake, Colin Farrell remake, because everyone kept making the joke about, you're gonna talk about the remake. Yeah, you know what? I'm stepping up, so I put that on too. I've now seen both.
Okay. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but which one is better?
It's split. I'd say a little heavier towards the original.
Okay.
I do want to just reiterate the story about when they announced the remake, and I remember they had a huge display at Comic-Con. Outside of San Diego Comic-Con, they had a big... It was like they built one of the buildings from the movie or something, and it had a big poster, Total Recall, Colin Farrell coming 2009, whatever. And they had like robot guards outside of it or something like that. And I've never seen a more expensive setup with more people walking by it going, oh, fuck you. Why the fuck are they making this?
Don't do that.
No, go fuck yourself. I mean, people were like not even entertaining it.
It's so funny because there are some movies out there that people a reboot or whatever,
Yeah,
people are like, all right, ooh. Yeah. And there are some that like it touches of things like, oh no, it was perfect the first time.
Yep.
Like I think Back to the Future is that we're like, if they announce a new Back to the Future rebooted, they're going back to 1993. Fuck off.
Yep.
I don't care. If they're not, the cast isn't in it, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
So, I think
they thought it wasn't one of those movies that you could, like you're not gonna remake The Godfather. You're not doing that. I don't think they considered Total Recall to be like that. They were wrong.
Yeah, but like
they were wrong.
Okay, so I'm not gonna get your whole opinion of the new one, but I'm assuming it's not all practical effects and there's a lot of computer work.
Ding 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 ding.
So
correct.
There's a charm. There's a charm. We just talked about Barbie. A lot of it was practical.
Yes.
And that is charming, and people are drawn to that, and they like that. And if it's all this green screen bullshit, you lose it. You lose a little piece of yourself, So I think that they blew it.
Yes.
They shouldn't have made it. They fucked up.
Yes. They severely underestimated the situation. So I will say that out the gate, well, let's back up. Let's go through the main movie, the actual original movie.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of interject a couple things here and there about the remake.
That's good.
Because I have some immediate thoughts on it.
Okay.
That I am going to just try to keep it from burning a hole in my pocket.
Okay.
But we could go through the movie real quick. Whatever. It starts. Already bad start. What's Arnold's character's name?
Well, he's a couple names.
He has a couple names, and I get mixed up. Okay. He's Quaid.
He's Quaid or Carl Hauser, but Douglas Quaid. Doug.
You
know what? He doesn't look like a Doug to me.
Yo, this dude ain't a Doug.
Arnold's no Doug.
Yeah.
Carl,
I could see.
Yeah, Carl Hauser. I can see that.
I'm Carl Hauser.
That makes sense. I'm Douglas Quaid. I don't think so.
Hi, I'm Doug.
Hi, it's me, Doug.
But anyway, he's got a job. He's doing mining shit, working on Earth. But we're in a future now where they have interplanetary travel. It's like, hey, I'm thinking of going to vacation. I'm thinking of going to Mars. Why do you want to go to Mars? There's nothing out there. I don't know. I've just been thinking about it. The movie starts, by the way, he has a dream that he's on Mars.
Right.
And he's with this mysterious woman, and then something crazy happens. His helmet breaks, and oh no, I'm dying. There's no atmosphere here. Whatever. He wakes up. His real wife is Sharon Stone. So you're immediately... You're going, why are you having dreams about another woman? Bro, you're next to Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone. Did not know she was in the movie. That was a surprise to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was unaware. I knew Arnold and 3 boobs. That's it.
I was talking about this the other day. I'm like, wow, that was kind of a definitive, like, how her, there was a big, whatchamacallit?
Hullabaloo.
Oh, yeah, with Basic Instinct.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, so this movie was kind of before she was big. But then Derek was telling me this was considered a huge role for her, too. But I never knew she was in this, to be honest. I thought, like, that couldn't have been, like, a blowout thing for her. I didn't know. I mean, I don't know maybe if that was,
yeah, something
I didn't know about. But anyway, so she's there. She's like, why do you keep dreaming about this other woman? I don't know. And then he's like, I kind of feel like going to Mars, though. I want to check it out. She's like, why do you want to go to Mars? It sucks up there. It's all red and rocky and shitty. Why do you want to go to that? Let's go to like Saturn or something. Let's go. By the way, they're walking around their apartment, and you start to see some of the effects. Again, this is in the future, so he walks over, turns on not just the TV, it's a video wall, like the wall of his apartment or whatever. It becomes video. And this is where I have to say, like, we're still kind of using analog effects here a little bit. They're kind of, again, I don't think computers were fully in the mix by compositing all this. Maybe they were. I actually don't know, because what I was going to say was, for a movie from 1990, the compositing is really clean.
Yeah.
And again, this print that we saw of the movie was pristine 35 millimeter. It was crisp, and I was a foot from it practically. And you couldn't, you know what I mean? In movies like this, even like Back to the Future 2 and 3 came out around this time.
Right.
Sometimes they'll walk in front of stuff or someone will, and it's like you could see a little bit of the jankiness there.
Sure.
Nothing heinous, because those are really exceptional movies with that stuff too. But in Total Recall, it's really clean. He walks in front of the video wall and I'm like, damn, I didn't see any kind of, black line around him or any kind of blurriness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
It's really crisp. So I'm kind of like, how did you pull that off?
I always love a scene like this. And it's like they're clearly showing you it's the future and they're showing you the technology.
Yeah,
but they're trying to be like, not so in your face, but it is.
Yeah.
It's always, in the morning making breakfast and like it's always some weird shit they're doing. But I get a kick out of it, especially when it's like, oh, it's kind of something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's close to this, whatever in real life. Oh, it's like an iPad. Okay. I really like you were close.
Really the stuff that they get wrong with the future prediction stuff is always transportation wise. It's always like, oh, here's our thing a flying car. Oh, here's our thing that beams us up to Mars. Oh, here, and it's like, yeah, we don't have any of that. But like when it comes to devices and things, we conquered that.
Pretty good on that.
Yeah.
If not better than what they said.
Yeah.
But I do think that also, like, if you make a movie about the future and you had, like, a new, Ford, it's like, that's not exciting.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to add some
You have to add it, make it look fucking weird. Like, or fly or
I'm
whatever.
sure Philip K. Dick, if you asked him to predict the future, he wouldn't be going, well, automated car, it'll have an animatronic of a guy telling you where to go. No, any futurist would tell you they'll have automated cars, but with no driver. It'll just be a vehicle you get into.
Right.
But you got to dress it up for the movie, and you got to have the animatronic. Oh, where are you going today? Like that's what makes it a good movie.
It's So I get it, but if you tell me like, hey, 30 years from now, Shawn, come up with what the future of transportation is going to be. It's going to be cars, probably electric. I hope for the most part, but they're going to be cars. Yeah. So that's the same.
So anyway, whatever. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to go to Mars. She's saying, don't. That sucks. Okay, whatever. So then he's on the train and he sees an ad that's like, hey, over at we have this place called Recall. We've got vacations for you, but you don't even have to go anywhere. We put memories in your head that you could have the best memories ever. We'll in our things that we implant into your head. Will make you think you had the best vacation ever. And, that's what it's all about is you have the memory of experiencing it. How's that?
I just went to Yosemite. I was there for one day. Not even a full day.
Yeah.
But I thought about that day.
Yeah.
Every day since, how great it was and how much I love being there and whatever. Yeah. So it's, that idea, it's not the worst idea.
What's your best memory?
My best memory?
Like right now, you got to pull out the best memory from your brain.
There are memories that are like the go-to easy answers, but it is true. Like I do remember standing at the altar and looking up and seeing Jenny. Like I remember the feeling of like relief, like oh, it's you I'm marrying. I don't know if it's like that was weird. I also remember like seeing my kids for the first time. Like that is a memory where it's like. I held up Sawyer, and I remember her in particular, and thinking like, I don't know you at all. Like it was like a weird thought of like, I have no idea who this is. This is like a stranger that I just met. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But in general, a good memory that's not like the cliche answer. You know what? One of the best memories ever, and this is Mega64 related, when we were at GDC and we showed that Mario skit with Miyamoto in it.
Yeah.
And the reaction of him being in the video, but the pop when I came out as Link and disappeared behind the door was one of those like one of the that feeling was so good for me.
Yeah.
So that's one of my best memories is that moment.
Yeah. I think mine is iPhone 4.
It's a good one.
Getting that.
Because it was the edges were different.
Well, because we waited outside. That was the one where we had to wait outside the Apple store because the website broke or something. So I waited out there, and then it took a long time, but then we got it.
Yeah.
It was like, look at that. Oh, dude.
Look at that. You can set it on its side. It stands up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one. It's a good one.
Could do all kind of texting was cool. Anyway.
Yeah. That's pretty sick.
Anyway, so I agree with you. The Miyamoto thing was cool. Yeah. So, yeah, they're telling him, okay. So he's okay, this recall place, they say they can do it. Fuck it. I'll check it out. All right. So he goes and they're like, yeah, you could do this, you could do that. But you know what? Maybe you want this kind of vacation, that kind of vacation. No, I want a Mars vacation. I want to, and they're like, oh, what if you want to do this? You want to do that? What kind of person do you want to be? Oh, I want to be a spy. Oh, okay. I want to do, okay. And then they sit him down and the thing is like, okay, we're going to go through with it. Is that cool? And then they start asking, we need to know a couple questions. And they start asking him to describe like a woman.
Yeah.
Like, blonde or brunette? Brunette, which is already like,
That's not Sharon Stone.
That's not his wife's hair color. So he starts to describing stuff and then they start programming shit and it starts to look like a woman in his dream.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that? Anyway.
Interesting.
They put him in the chair. They start setting it up. All right, we're going to get ready to go on your vacation in your mind. Whatever. They do it. And then they're like, problem, DEFCON 3. We just unlocked some shit in this guy's brain. What are you talking about? This guy was a spy. This guy was an agent who had a memory cap put in, and we just uncapped it. What the fuck? Yeah. Which, by the way, when I say what the fuck,
yeah,
something I really enjoyed about the script of this movie, already Paul Verhoeven, underrated, iconic director. The script of this movie I love because not only is it cool sci-fi story, whatever, they cuss like a kid got in there and wrote the script.
It's true.
They like to, what the fuck is he doing? I don't know what this shit is, but we're going to figure it the fuck out. Ooh, I get to say these bad words.
Yeah.
And it actually, I think it makes it more of a fun movie to me.
I agree.
I
agree.
There are times where that's annoying. In this movie, I think well, get him the fuck over here. It's like, ooh, got to say a bad word. Anyway, so I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But anyway, they go, oh no, what happened? And yeah, sure enough, Doug over here is kicking his way out.
And if Arnold kicks you, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
He's not gonna do he's been not skipping leg day.
Yeah, so he's
fucked.
like ripping out of the machine and beating these people up and runs out of there and all this shit. And then
I do love the gimmick, and he's in some movies. When he's a Terminator, he's the Terminator.
Yeah.
Look at him. That guy's a fucking Terminator. When he's Conan the Barbarian, yes, he is. I love it when he's just a dude. He's just Doug.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not fucking Doug. Look at you. And he's like, getting like, they're trying to hold him down. It's like, you're holding down the Terminator.
Yeah.
He's the strongest man on the planet.
Good luck to you.
Good fucking luck.
So he leaves there. He's trying to get out of there. He runs into a guy. There was a friend of his at work that was telling him not to do the recall thing. Like, they fuck with your brain. Nah, don't bother. That guy shows up like, wait, you just did the recall thing, didn't you? Well, and he's got a fucking gun. Like, wait, was there a plot to keep him like under wraps here, like at his work, or what's going on? But Arnold wrestles away the gun and shoots him and like 8 other goons.
Kills everyone.
Like, what the fuck? I just mowed this room of people down. Like, oh my God. So he's on a warpath now. He's trying to get away. He goes in the cab that's like, where would you like to go today? The stupid animatronic guy. He just rips that fucker out. Like, no, I'll drive it myself. Throws him out. He takes the joystick. He's driving around. And then, we don't need to go into every detail, but he basically gets briefed. Someone leaves a case for him, like, hey, you're special agent, whatever. I get the names mixed up.
Special agent is Carl, right?
Or is he original? Is that his? I get him mixed up. The Quaid name with the.
I don't know. Wait,
I get him mixed up.
Carl Hauser is an Earth-based construction worker with a hidden past.
See, that's his original name.
So he's Carl?
That's his original name, but his spy name is Quaid. Oh, no, you're actually Quaid.
Oh, so
that's what it was.
You see his real name is Doug? I don't think so. Take it back.
They just keep calling him Quaid.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, someone leaves him a case. He opens it up. He gets briefed by himself. It's a video. Hello. You're actually me.
And I'm you.
And I'm you. I put a memory thing into my head to hide but as you could see, it's been taken out. So you need to do exactly what I'm saying. They're tracking you right now. The chip that they put in your head, they're tracking you. And so he's like, okay, so first things first, put this. They tell him to put a wet towel around his head.
Oh yeah, that's so
earlier. Yeah, so he looks like he just got a perm or something. He's wrapped up in a towel or whatever. Like, okay, what do I do now? And then he goes, okay, there's a tool in the case that will help remove the chip. Jam this thing way up your nose, like that way up there until you hear a crunch. So he's got to put this gun up his fucking nose. And in a couple shots, they just use, again, no computer effect here. They built like a fake Arnold head.
They probably had it from Terminator.
And jam it up there, and it's bulging up through his nose. Then he pulls a giant chip out of his face.
Yeah, that's sick.
Destroys it.
That's pretty sick. Then he goes home, right? Is that when he goes home? When does he see Sharon Stone after this?
More or whatever. We might be jumping around, but anyway, he gets chased down and escapes these guys. By the way, also in the case are other tools to help him. There's a little hologram watch that makes a like he puts it on and it makes a duplicate of him. Like across from the way. Hello, it's me. No, it's you. And it's just it's a hologram.
And here's the thing.
He's going like that.
This whole movie is walking a line of being fucking stupid and hilarious in a good way.
Yeah.
And like cool sci-fi.
Yeah.
And it's like towing it pretty. You look at this and you go like, the line is so dumb.
Yeah.
And you're acting so dumb, but this is fun. I'm having fun.
I think this movie walks that line pretty damn good.
It really does.
Where it's like, this is great, clever sci-fi. You're making me laugh. Yeah. But you're not, if they went too wacky with it, it'd be like, all right, shut the fuck up.
And you know, like I saw Interstellar once, and I probably should watch it again, honestly.
Yeah. I've liked that movie way more every time I've seen it.
And that's what people tell me.
Yeah.
But that is no fun sci-fi. That's just sci-fi, and it's just telling the story.
Let's go out here. Oh, by the way, you missed your children being children. They've all aged past where you wanted them to.
It is definitely a sci-fi movie, but you're not laughing.
Sometimes Tars is kind of funny.
Yeah.
What's your sarcasm set to right now? 75%. Yeah, let's turn it down to about 50.
It's a little bit funny.
Funny jokes.
But this is like, you sometimes refer to a movie as popcorn. And that is this movie to me, where it's like, oh, I'm just
It definitely but also popcorn can be used to write off a movie too. I don't think it is here. This movie actually wanted to be a great sci-fi concept, a provocative concept.
Yes.
And be popcorn too. You can do both.
Yeah, which is rare though.
And I actually think, speaking of Christopher Nolan, I actually think that's something he's fairly good at too. Sometimes his movies have the no fun energy, but I actually think sometimes he does do stuff that's like, okay, this can be a little bit bold, a little bit ambitious, but also like be a popcorn movie. I think some people like, even the Dark Knight movies, I think people refer to as like, oh, they're kind of grim and dark. They're really not. If you put them on, they're kind of, they are pushing that, but they're also fun too. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I do like when people can walk that line a little bit. Anyway, but yeah, so I think he does go home at this point.
He has to, yeah.
I think he does.
He goes home to save his wife, essentially. You know, I fucked up. I did Total Recall. I shouldn't have. Now people are after me. I'm killing my best friend at work and all these other people. I'm a murderer. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
She's like, yeah, you know, and he's like, yeah, we got to pack our stuff because I think I'm actually like Quaid. I'm this like spy dude. So we should probably just get out of here because a lot of crazy stuff's happening. And she's like, no, you know, why leave? Why do that? Maybe you could just, you know, you and me do something for old time's sake. By the way, unconfirmed, whatever. I think she's talking about sex.
Yeah, I think she's offering to have sex with him.
She starts pulling at her straps on her dress. She's like, why don't we do something for old time's sake? Something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what.
But it turns out she's fucking a plant. She's not fucking a plant.
She's fucking
a fucking plant.
This is a sci-fi movie.
No,
and
that
she starts fucking. It's like The Happening.
Like The Happening.
It's happening. This movie is called It's Happening.
Damn it.
Sex with plants.
I'll call it The Fappening. So what they did is they planted Sharon Stone to keep an eye on our boy Arnold here. Was it Carl? He's Carl.
But he's really quick.
He's really Doug. He's Carl. Okay, we got all fucked up.
But anyway, so he looks. She steps away or whatever. He looks in the monitor, and those Michael Ironside and his goons are coming up the stairs. He sees them in the security camera, like, oh, you tried to keep me here because you're with them, whatever. And then there's a whole fucking fight scene where he has to fight his wife,
which is the last thing you want to do. You know. He doesn't want to fight.
You don't want to have a blow-to-blow brawl with your wife.
No, you don't want to do that. And the fact that the person he loved the most, turned on him.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, yeah, like, he said, we've been married for 10 years or whatever the fuck, how for a long time. And she's like, it's actually been 6 weeks, and we put that memory in your brain.
Yeah.
You think we were married, we weren't. This is a job for me.
Not good.
Heartbreak City. That's tough.
So... he fights them or whatever. He gets let's see. What is it? They all kind of confront him or whatever. By the way, about that, they said Sharon Stone did such a good job with her stunts in that part of the movie.
Yeah.
That Arnold called her the female Terminator.
Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
If Arnold gives you a nickname like that, you're keeping it.
Yep.
That's radical.
Yep.
Damn.
But they said they made her an honorary stunt woman because she did so much of her own.
Hell yeah.
She kind of gets thrown around in this scene and stuff like that, and they were like, she was doing it.
I haven't seen that many Sharon Stone movies.
Me neither.
But she fucking rules. Everything I've seen her in, it's like she goes for it. I respect to Sharon Stone all the way. Yeah.
By the way, I think we might. This is. I'm looking at this. I'm like, do we have this out of order? So I pulled up a synopsis, and I think he got the case. He gets briefed and all that. I think that's after this.
After the wife. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes home first. Whatever. I've only seen this a couple times.
Me too. I was on an airplane.
Yeah.
Just ask me about peanuts.
I'm getting the scenes out of order, but whatever. Yeah. So all that happens. He escapes them. Pulls the chip out of his head. Gets away from them.
Then he fucking sneaks to Mars, right?
So
let's get there.
He gets rid of the chip, yes, and he flees. Hauser, whatever version of himself. Okay, I'm getting him mixed up. Hauser, Hauser, whatever. The other version of himself tells him, "Get your ass to Mars." Iconic line, "Get your ass to Mars."
True.
And connect. There's some rebels there that want to help you take down the main bad dude here that that apparently Arnold's been tussling with in his life. This guy Cohagen, I think is his name.
Yeah, Cohagen.
And they were like, "Yo, this guy is claiming an empire. This guy's got an empire, and you got to get to Mars and take it down. That was your whole mission. You got to get your ass to Mars and finish the job." Okay, so he travels to Mars and he does kind of a cool trick to get to Mars.
What does he do?
He does he gets a new identity. He puts on a whole disguise.
Yeah, which is a good disguise. Didn't recognize him.
Again, though, the physical effects used in this scene are so good. Where he's some nice woman, whatever, older woman. And then she starts freaking out like that. And then the hair comes off. And then it was like she comes out in pieces like he's in a mech suit.
That looked pretty cool.
That looked really dope.
That was computer, right?
It was all physical.
That was physical?
They had a physical. It was a model. They molded him. So he was rubber.
Yeah.
Arnold himself is rubber. It's not really him in there. And then they had a physical model over it.
What?
They just broke into pieces.
Whoa.
Isn't that awesome?
Mind-blowing.
That's what I'm saying. And I remember seeing promos for that, even as a kid, going, how did they do that? And I started to hear about computer effects later on, again, when Terminator 2 came out, that I was thinking, oh, Total Recall, they must have used that. So it's really crazy to look back and go like, damn, they just did that by hand.
That's sick.
That's so cool. So anyway, another chase ensues. He gets off the planet. He goes to Mars. He gets there. He's trying to get away. Is that I forget if that scene when he's that woman, if that's when he lands on Mars.
He lands. He's on Mars.
That's when he gets there.
Yeah,
so he escapes them. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's seeing all kinds of crazy people.
They kind of go to like, I mean, there's a part with like a shootout. They recognize it's him. They shoot out a window.
Yeah.
It's very clear that people in charge don't give a shit about people living in Mars.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
they are just like
they're all in domed cities where they barely you have to be in a domed city because there's no oxygen on the planet.
You have to pay for the air.
Yeah, Cohagen or whatever his name is a tyrant who's like, yeah, pay for his air or fuck off, basically. Right. I always wonder about that. When we reach Mars or another planet, let's say we get there one day, how fucked is that going to be
Pretty
with
fucked.
corporations?
Very
or
fucked.
You know what I mean? Is it going to be like, oh, you want water? Yeah. Oh, you want like is the mentality from the beginning going to be fucky like that?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, because it's all, first off, if you're going to go to Mars, you're going to be fucking rich. You're going to be the billionaires who are going to space right now. It's all fucked. It's going to be sponsored by whatever company, Nestle. You got to breathe the Nestle air. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe that for sure.
Yeah, the Walton family is providing air to this community.
Yeah, it's all, everything's bullshit. Honestly, because I don't want to spoil the end, but there's a solution at the end, and it's like, yeah, I believe that if a corporation knew that solution was out there, they would for sure hide it.
I'm telling you, there's good sci-fi here because it's based in, again, a good sci-fi to me is crazy, but based in like, that could happen. That could happen. Even if it can't, it can't. Jurassic Park is always the best example.
Yeah.
Does that technique actually, can that resurrect a dinosaur? Maybe not, but I buy every word of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, it's so, that idea of going to a mosquito to get blood. Stuck, that is like,
I'm not a scientist. It makes perfect sense.
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
Simple enough. Makes sense to me.
Yep. And I feel that way about a lot of things in this movie. It's a little more ridiculous than that, but it's good sci-fi. You buy it.
I think good sci-fi is an average person like us can believe it, and it takes a scientist to tell us why that wouldn't actually work.
Yeah.
That's good
sci-fi.
sci-fi.
You have to reverse it. Yeah. But anyway, so he escapes. He's going through Mars, and all kinds of crazy people are coming out of the woodwork. He's seeing there's a weird-looking dude. Well, it doesn't really narrow it down. There's a guy who like, oh, come on, take my cab. Come on, I got 5 kids to feed. He tells him about 100 times he's got 5 kids to feed. I
love this guy.
Yeah, great character.
Great character. Loved him. And they go down to like the seedy part of Mars.
Yeah.
But now this is interesting because there's like the mutants. Yeah, I think is what they call them. And then people have like this like deformities, and I wasn't quite sure why. I
think it was because of exposure to Mars atmosphere or something like that. It was some people, it changed them. Like exposure to like they're mining on Mars and they were exposed to lots of crazy stuff on the planet.
Things that like
I think it was something to that effect. Like, maybe people at home remember that a little bit more.
Yeah, because it does seem like that definitely plays a part in it that people are like mutating a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's because of exposure to the outer elements or something.
Okay.
So you got people. There's people with like psychic abilities. There's people who look different. There's people all kinds of stuff. And we should mention, this is where, when he's in this seedy part, that's where he starts to see. He's told while he's there, I forget who tells him exactly, that he needs to look. He's seeing like graffiti and stuff like that, proclaiming that this there's a mutant kind of leader, Quato. What's Quato? Well, he's at the head of the rebellion. Well, you got to go find Quato. There's signs of that everywhere. So he's trying to find, how do I get to this Quato guy? And he's going to this bar and asking about it. This is where you see them.
The three boobs. 3 boobs, 1 person.
Yeah.
Wow, we did it.
I think that's that's one of my favorite adult videos. I think is 3 boobs, 1 person.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Now this is what I'm dying to know, and this is important.
Yeah.
And I haven't asked this question before. Is there 3 boobs in the new version?
Okay, so here's where I was planning to chime in. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
The new Total Recall. First of all, the second it starts, it's all this text up front about, man, there's nothing about Mars.
What?
It's mankind has been in a great war where two sides fought, and now we are left with the scraps of what's left of civilization. The only two territories left are Great Britain and they call it the colony, and it's in Australia. That's all that's left of the world. Everything else is gone.
Oh, okay.
And they build a pipeline to commute from one side of the earth to the other.
Okay.
Mars isn't in it. It's just
what?
you got to go to work? Yeah, I got to commute to the other side of the planet. Man, this commute takes so long. I can't. And already it's so far out and trying to take itself so seriously that it's like, shut the fuck up.
That's stupid.
The 3-boobed girl, Shawn, I'm talking, is 5-6 minutes into the movie.
Whoa.
They try to get that thing in there as fast as possible.
No.
Oh, look, she's in it. Look. He's on his way to work. Oh, I got to go to work. Hey, why don't you have some fun with me? Bet you wish you had 3 hands. What? What? No. And then he moves on. I don't even know if they give a reason why she has 3 boobs.
Or why she flashes
like they do in the original. It's just, isn't it crazy? Yeah. It's the classic modern day, get to it, go. I feel like people have learned from that a little bit nowadays. Maybe I'm giving too much faith that it's a little better with that now, but I feel like especially in the 2000s, 2010s, it's no, get to it as fast as you can.
Lame.
Fucking lame. Anyway.
Lame.
There's a dude, I forget his name, who has kind of growth over his head. You only see one of his eyes. I did not know that was Hank from Breaking Bad until this latest screening. Someone's like, oh, that's Hank. And I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. So if you watch Breaking Bad, the guy who takes him on, he's a cop. He's a DEA agent. Takes him on a...
I saw the one episode.
Yeah, takes Walter White on a run with him. That's him.
Wow.
Did not know.
Crazy.
Anyway, so they need help. We'll just go through as fast as possible.
Yeah, I feel like we're late.
Yeah.
But
so they need help finding him. The cabbie guy is like, oh, you want to go to Quado? I'll get you to come with me and we'll go to Quado. Okay. They get to Quado's lair. They're like, how do we trust you? Another great physical effect. The cab driver goes, don't worry, I'm one of you guys. He pulls a fake arm off and he has an alien arm.
Yep.
Like that with 3 fingers.
Yeah.
And that was, again, great effect.
Great.
Damn, that's all just practical. They meet Quado. Quado shows them what he's got to do.
Quado's
well, it's just you see some guy,
right?
And then it's like, oh, you're just this guy, and he's like, oh, you want to meet Quado? Okay. And he opens his shirt, and there's a little dude.
That was bonkers to me.
Right?
That was weird.
Yeah.
I that probably turned some people off to the movie a little bit. That was weird.
But he just keeps saying, he keeps going yeah, he keeps, I don't know.
It looks so silly. I was laughing at it.
Oh, the theater was cracking up.
Also, I couldn't really hear Quado because he talked like this.
Yeah.
But I'm on the airplane. It just is. That was a part.
But
I don't know what Quado was saying.
He basically tells them you got to go into the mines on Mars, and there's an alien device there that they're keeping from the public. Copenhagen or whatever the hell his name is hiding it from you. But aliens put something there, and they're sealing it up, and they're gonna fuck it all up. So you need to go down there. So that sets that in motion. There's a whole chase there. By the way, Arnold meets this woman.
Yeah.
Who looks like the woman he dreamed of that he programmed in the thing.
Mad at him.
Yeah. So they're on their way there. They're hiding out. Okay, we got to go to the mines. They're down there. Let's stay, whatever. And at one point, they get visited. There's they hide in some hotel or whatever. By the way, the cabbie dude ends up being a bad dude too,
which broke my heart.
Yeah, that broke my heart.
I didn't want that.
He was waiting to get the secret intel from Quado, and he's like, okay, now we got it. Fuck this guy.
I don't like that.
Sorry. So Arnold and the mysterious woman, got to bust his shit too. He's trying to get them with a drill vehicle. And they're like, no, fuck you. And they take their own drill and drill through the guy's fucking head.
That was wild.
And I think Arnold goes, screw you. Yeah. And it was hilarious.
Classic lame line.
But in the midst of all that, I don't know if it's before or after this. I'm gunning through this.
That's not good.
Someone meets up with Arnold some guy was like, "Hey, I'm here to talk to you, Quaid or whatever."
Oh, that was a good scene.
And it's like, what? And it's like, oh, this is the doctor that was in the recall commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks in and he goes, "Hey, all this is a dream. You're in recall right now. This is all being programmed." And I think the wife is with him, right?
Yeah, Sharon Stone is there.
Sharon Stone is there. And he's like,
"Hey, I brought her here. She's going to tell me, like, she's worried about you. There's been a problem. You think this is real. It's not real. But basically, like, but you have to come with me or else you're permanently going to be fucked in the head because of what is happening. But you need to do this."
Yeah.
What a great scene.
And it's so good because it answers every question the viewer already has. Like, it's not impossible. Like, all the problems that started happened when he sat down in that chair.
Yes.
And then they started going, wait, oh, he's a spy. Oh, he's this. It's like, well, it's not inconceivable that he went through with it and it all started there.
Because he asked for all of this to the T.
And this dude says that. He's like, isn't it a little coincidental? You did all that, and now all these people are coming after you, and the woman that you dream of your dreams is right here, and all this stuff. Like, a little coincidental, don't you think? So either... And he's like, well, what do I do? And he's like, well, come with me or that's it, or you're going to have trouble. And Arnold's like, well, why don't I just shoot you? You're with the bad guys. So why don't I just shoot you? And he's like, you will, and you'll never get out of here again. And, well, Arnold shoots him.
Well, here's the most brilliant part about it.
Yeah.
Because I am with Arnold, like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do you do? And then he looks and one bead of sweat.
Oh, yeah.
Comes down his face. And it's like, if you were a computer program put in here, you wouldn't be fucking sweating.
Yeah.
Boom!
Blows him away.
So sick.
Blows him away.
Such a good detail.
Fight scene, or they fight with the wife too. She gets shot.
Dunzo.
Whatever, dunzo.
Sharon Stone is also married to the chief police dick on the bad side.
Yeah.
Which, that guy could never get Sharon Stone. Yeah. I don't think so.
No
Arnold could get her. Arnold's fucking hot. But this dude, yeah, right. I don't buy that for a second.
So anyway, long story short, they get to the ruins. They're chasing through it. What's his name?
Copenhagen.
Sam Fisher. Who's the actor? The main heavy guy. Michael Ironside's character. They're chasing after him. They got to get into the ruins. There's a really great gag in there where they the gun they set on the mantle in the first act comes back in the third. They use the hologram thing where all of a sudden the guards in the ruins, there's Arnold right there, and they blow him away. Nope, it was a hologram, and Arnold's behind him. And then they lose him. They're chasing after him. My favorite gag in the whole movie, and it brought the theater down.
So stupid.
They turn the corner, and Arnold's right there. Got you. Put your hands up. And he goes, ha, ha, ha. You thought this is a real Quaid? It is. And he blows them away. That audience was, when I saw that in the theater the other night, was fucking dying at that part.
It's so stupid.
So anyway, they get into a fight. He fights with Michael Ironside they blow everyone away. They fight with Michael Ironside on an elevator down to where they need to go or whatever. And they fight. Michael Ironside is hanging onto the side of the elevator. And then he goes, what's the line that he says to Michael Ironside there?
I forget.
He goes, say hello. What does he say? People at home, they're all, I'm on the spot. I can't think of it.
It's so lame. It is so lame.
He goes, say hello to, what does he say?
I don't know, but Garrett and I were talking about this particular line when I got off the plane because there's a moment in the X-Men movie where Storm says, do you know what happens when a toad gets hit by lightning? Pause. And then she says, same thing that happens to everything else, and then hits him with it was the lamest fucking line.
Yeah. Oh, they keep talking about he should go to a party with them, like, drop all this and join. They show him a video basically where it's Arnold as his other self. Yeah. And he's hanging with Cohagen.
Right.
Like, you're with us. Like,
you're a bad guy.
Bro, yeah, you're a bad guy. This has all been a trick to get you down here, whatever. And he's like, what? And they're like, yeah, join us we're going to have a party later. So Arnold doesn't buy it. He fights them, gets into a fight with Michael Ironside on the elevator. The elevator's going up or wherever it's going. And then they knock him off the thing and it's about to hit Michael Ironside. And he goes, see you at the party.
That's what it is.
And it rips his arms off. Boom. Severs
That's
that
a good
fucker.
One. That one, that one's rad. That was that was so fucking good.
So good. Anyway, they get to the alien core thing. And what happens? He puts his hand on the thing. It turns on this reactor. The reactor starts. Cohagen is down there now. They're fighting. Whatever. They all get thrown out into the atmosphere
and they're
gonna die.
Cohagen fucking bursts like a grape.
Yeah, Cohagen, the villain, he pops like a fucking Pop-Tart. Actually, Pop-Tart doesn't pop. He pops like Gushers, motherfucker.
Yeah, there you go.
But it looks like Arnold and the woman are gonna die too. Oh no, what's gonna happen? Guess what? That reactor, the alien reactor, pumps the atmosphere full of air. That's what the aliens were doing. They were putting air into the atmosphere so everyone could live.
Earth fucking 2.
Yep.
They did that for us.
And it was Cohagen and his people that were suppressing that info so that they had to buy their air.
I believe that.
And that's what you're talking about. That's what would happen. That's what's going to happen when the fucking Walton family gets to Mars.
Oh, you want Air Plus? Well, okay, but it's
you want Oxygen Plus?
Yeah.
The practical effects on their heads out in the atmosphere, that was so good.
Yeah.
It looks so cracked out.
I really think they probably just got a mold of their face and then just like filled it with air or something.
Blew it like a balloon. Yeah.
Oh, it was weird.
So they do all that, and all these people who were dying of no air because Cohagen was like turning the air off and fucking with them, they can all breathe. Everyone can breathe. They stand out there. Again, we're speeding through a lot of this shit, but Arnold stands up at the new Mars. They're looking at the atmosphere, doing good. It's turning a little more blue. And what a great view of Mars that he has. And he leans in. He's going to kiss the mysterious woman, and who has a name, but I haven't named her. What is her name? Melina.
Melina.
He goes, Melina. And he's like, I had a dream just like this. What if this is all a dream? This might have been all a dream. And then she goes, well, if it is, better make it a good one. Might as well make it count.
Oh.
And they go in for the kiss, and it all goes to white, and the movie's over. He saved Mars.
But here's the fucking thing that I loved is that it is one of those movies where it's the top still spinning situation.
100% my favorite kind of ending. I said it a million times. Wrap it up beautifully, and one thing that makes you what?
And and at the end, I love a movie where it goes like, but was that a dream?
Yeah.
Or did that happen?
Yeah.
I fucking love that. This is an episode of The Twilight Zone with Arnold Schwarzenegger and cheesy lines and cool practical effects.
100%.
And and what do you think? Is this Total Recall?
That's what I was going to ask,
Or do you think this is actually happening?
They were acting weird around him even before he went to recall, which makes me think this is all real. Mm-hmm. But maybe it was even fake before the movie started.
On the side of this never happened. This was all implanted in his head. Maybe something went wrong with the implanting in his head.
Yeah.
Because they mentioned that before. Like, I thought someone got fucked up because of that. That could have happened.
Yeah.
I don't think he really was a secret agent. I don't think
it all works out so perfect that it makes me go, nah, this is exactly recall. This is what they were trying to do.
You asked for literally what this is.
Yeah.
But it also makes sense of like, well, he's trying to get his memories back, and he knows that this is what he should be.
Yeah.
But I don't buy it.
But at the beginning of the movie, everyone's keeping their eye on him, like there's something up with him.
He's fucking massive. I would keep my eye on him too.
But they're all acting mysterious. He walks away, he leaves Sharon Stone's apartment or whatever, and she's kind of like getting serious, like, okay. And the guy at work is acting weird about him. So I think there's some signs that lends itself to he really had all that going for him. But it does work out so perfectly that it makes me think fairy tale.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Fairy tale. But I'm curious.
Good argument for both.
I'm curious in the chat, now that we have a chat.
Yeah, we are live.
I don't know if I thought I saw Doc Ryan here earlier, but can we pull the chat? Is that possible? If we can't.
Was it real or not?
Yeah.
Get those tacos over here.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's good that we didn't eat during the main episode, but now that we're waiting on the poll, did Total Recall, did it happen or not? I think we could enjoy a taco.
I need to know. Maybe he's not here. Maybe he's doing his own thing. But I'm just curious. You know what? Then if we can't do it in the. Oh wait, I think we do have it.
Was it real? Okay.
Thank
Let's
you.
check the poll.
Okay, so
Okay. Tipping towards yeah right now.
Okay. So, I'm on the nah side. I don't think it was real.
I think the stuff at the beginning makes me think it happened. But the ending, I don't know.
Thank you, Ryan, for putting the poll up. Yeah, the ending is just but everything was so perfect.
It did end. The way it ends is too perfect. You're right. That does tip the scale a little bit to me.
Yeah.
By the way, people saying, Rocco, you like good sci-fi. Rocco, watch Star Trek The Next Generation if you love. I said I love good sci-fi. I don't know. That show, guys, I mean, it's off the air. It must have been canceled for a reason.
To watch that show with Ginny and Beckett. Now that Emma's moving out to college, we want to try to find a new show. Yeah. And I really want to watch that one. But I'm also scared they're not going to like it because it means so much to me that I'm almost like, we watched the first of the episode, but the first episode sucks.
It does.
And so I'm just like, well, if it's not, I swear it gets good, but like you got to get through it. And so I just don't know if I have what it takes to have them not like it. So I don't know. Right now it is, definitely heavier towards yes, it was real, which I'm fine with. That's a fine answer. But for me, I don't know. I don't fucking buy it. I don't buy it. Okay. Well, let's do shakers.
The tacos are still good, by the way. I was worried that maybe
my burrito is definitely soggy. The bag is soggy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it's fine.
What'd you get?
California burrito, baby.
Oh.
Yeah, I went for it. Okay. Season 1 does suck. It does suck.
Yeah.
But season 2 gets a little better. And then when you get to season 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it becomes its own thing.
One of the best shows of all time. But you just got to get through the... And you do have to watch the first ones. Like, I know each thing is kind of like, the story's on its own. Everyone says, by the way, final polls are in. Yes, the Yays win it. Yes, won. It was real. It was real. But anyways, that's just enough Star Trek talk. Actually, you go first. You picked the movie. Sorry. Shakers.
All right. Yeah. Total Recall. Great sci-fi. Fucking hilarious. Again, the amount of profanity in the script is the way they use it feels like a 10-year-old got to it.
Yeah.
But the concepts are great. Sci-fi. You mix camp, but with actually good sci-fi, and it doesn't, because there's camp, that doesn't mean they sacrifice the sci-fi. That part is really strong. And the concept is really good. And Arnold kicks ass. All the action is great. The practical effects kick ass. The ending kicks ass. What notes do I have for this video, or for this content?
Yeah.
What more notes? What am I asking for that this movie didn't provide? It's a 5 shakers. I don't know what else I could. What else can I offer here?
Yeah.
This is my kind of movie.
Oh,
front
for sure.
to back,
Yes.
100%.
I could see that. Now,
it's a perfect movie for me.
Speaking of no notes,
yes.
I heard that quote said behind me yesterday. I went to a soccer game yesterday.
Really?
The San Diego Wave is the women's soccer team in San Diego. Went to the game with the family. Fucking loved it. I loved it. It was so much fun. The guy behind me was talking about a movie. He's like, it was no notes. One of the best movies I've ever seen. And it was, I think it's called Renfield, the new Nicolas Cage vampire movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, this guy's a fucking idiot. I guarantee you I would have a note or two if I watched that movie.
Yeah. I'll take his word for it.
Yeah, I'm never going to know. But I think he's wrong. It's not a 5 for me. And it's not fair because I can't tell you why. But it's like a 4.5. It's like right there. Okay. I loved it. There's just one or two things, and I wish I could tell you what it was. A vibe I got that's like, oh, it's not perfect. But I really did love it. I really did have a great time with it. So 4.5, and this movie it's a perfect Arnold movie, honestly. Like, if you want to see an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, this is a great one to see. I'm going to show it to Beckett. Like, I think he's going to he keeps talking about Terminator 1, 2, and how much he loved those movies. I think this is a perfect where to go next, for Arnold viewing. So I think he'll like it. See, she's taking a bite. I'm waiting. You got to wait.
I just, it's really good. Watching all the Arnold movies, this was my favorite of all of them.
Okay.
The Terminators were classics. I really Commando. I fucking loved Commando. But at the end of the day, as always, I'm always a sci-fi child. So this was my favorite. Yeah. But Commando was maybe my second favorite.
Yeah. And honestly, this could be a movie where I maybe revisit again and it's like, yeah, fuck it, was a 5. You know, that's very possible. But just my gut, I can't give it a 5.
Ryan in the chat says the best Arnold movie was Running Man. Of course, the one I said earlier was my least favorite.
Doesn't that make sense?
I got bored during that one.
Okay.
But, Predator. I had already seen Predator. Predator is another, in my eyes, a perfect movie.
We should watch Eraser at some point because I saw that as a kid, watched it all the time, but I don't remember if it's good or not. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm picking next. Now, I wasn't sure what to pick. I did some research, and I'm picking a movie that I truly have no interest in seeing. So, sorry, Rocco. But I think it's important we watch it. We're going to watch, I think it's called Logan Lucky. Can you, let me, this is going to go away for a second. So make sure I'm not crazy. It came out recently. What? Is it no good?
Ryan says it's great.
Oh,
so
we're in trouble.
Have fun with that.
We're in trouble. It's directed by Steven Soderbergh.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who wrote the movie?
No, he didn't write his own movie. No.
He did not write this movie. Mm-mm. His wife wrote the movie, actually, which is interesting. But I'm picking it because do you know who he's married to?
Jennifer Lawrence?
Nope.
Who?
Jules Asner wrote this movie from Wild On. She wrote this movie. And I thought, well, we got to watch it. If she wrote a movie and he directed it, fuck it. So we're watching Logan Lucky. She used a pseudonym when she wrote it. Because she didn't want everyone to think that it was like, oh, he's just directing his wife's movie and have it stand on that. But it came out later. She was the screenwriter for this movie. So I was like, what has Jules Asner been up to? Apparently she's writing movies. So I thought it'd be interesting enough that we should at least check it out.
Okay.
At least check it out.
Yeah.
So I forget who stars. I think it's who's in this fucking movie? A lot of people. Adam Driver's in it. Who else? Who's Magic Mike? What's his name? Channing Tatum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's in it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I mean, Steven Soderbergh did Magic Mike, too. So.
Yeah. It's got a good cast, and written by Jules Asner. Gotta check it out. So we're going to watch that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until I saw that. I was like, well, that's fun. That's
all right.
fun. Anyways, okay. Watch Logan Lucky. Ryan says it's good, so it's probably going to suck, but we're going to find out for ourselves. So thank you, everyone, for watching tonight.
Yeah.
And for watching the special movie club. And I'm going to, what do you think? Turn off the recording, keep it live?
Yeah, keep it live for a minute.
All right, everyone. See you next week on Movie Club with Logan Lucky. Goodbye.
Goodbye.